Typography and layout. Hi, how you guys doing? Hey, this is welcome to week 7 already. I got my notes up here, and I want to say that well, week 6. You know what? You guys just did wonderful. I think the discussion board was especially interesting. How to explain why typography matters. That's an awesome article, isn't it? But you guys did great. I thought there were some really good ideas floating around. Um, and that was great. Good job, guys. Really, really good job. Also, want to mention something about week 6. We had you guys submitted the second mock-up of the 12-page booklet, and I gave a really, really good long. I mean, probably, probably in many cases it was probably too long. You guys are probably like, "Come on already." I get winded sometimes, and so I apologize. I really do. I apologize if my critiques go longer than what they should. At any rate, the point is that you all got a very complete critique, and plus you all have the ability to look at each other's critiques since I placed them all in the critique board. So that's awesome, right? It is, because I'll bet you every video you'll look at, you'll pick up tips that are applicable to your own work. Matter of fact, I guarantee you will. So, okay, so week 7, what are we doing? We're going to continue on week 7 discussion is going to continue on week 6, but it takes it a step further. This is kind of fun. This is always a fun discussion board, and it's understanding good and bad type by showing examples of some really horrid typographic usage, and plus some comparatively showing some outstanding examples. So have fun with it, but please keep in mind that this is by this time in the class you're expected to use complete typographic terminology, industry specific language, as it were. So okay, the outline around letters, if you use it, is called what exactly? So that's what I'm talking about. Use terminology. Okay, so mock-ups, final mock-up is due this week, guys, the coming week 7. So I want to ask you a couple of things. I know in the past couple of weeks people have been putting partial submissions in, saying this is what I have and I'll submit my rest later. And this, I'm, as you can imagine, it's tedious and time consuming making the videos. So please, no partial submissions this week. Just put in your final. If you have to wait till a little later on the week, so be it. You're gonna get a critique, so please, no partial submissions. Please give me as a complete artifact as possible this week. Okay. Last week's mock-ups, I had a lot of repeating of the same things, meaning that we found some trends in the work, and I'm talking about less than favorable trends, and they were poor use of the grid, poor alignment, and poor visual hierarchy. All right, so those sort of things I've been pounding away. So I just want to reiterate the importance of that. Okay, please check your work. Do visual research, guys. I'll bet you if you go and do this, I'll bet you if you go to Google and just do a web search that says poor use of a grid, typographic grid, you'll find some things that you're going to learn from. And so do that kind of research. Visual research is great. You know me with my examples. I mean, I love examples. So, I mean, I'm thinking that why not use examples? If you have to look at a poor use of grid, look at some examples of poor use of grid. Do you see what I'm saying? So maybe you can see how that might apply to your own work. Same thing with poor alignment, poor hierarchy. And to complement that research, go ahead and take a look at great use of the grid, or just a Google search that says a great typographic alignment, or examples of wonderful hierarchy and typographic alignment, examples of good hierarchy. That's whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you'll figure it out. The point is get yourself some visual backup. Okay, for this week, so as I said last week, I saw a lot of poor use of grid, a lot of poor alignment, a lot of poor hierarchy. So this week, in this week's critique board, I'd like you to concentrate on commenting on your classmates' use of grid, alignment, and hierarchy. Okay? And then this is it, guys. This is the final critique before your final submission. This is it. So make this one as close to your final. Treat this one like the final. Treat it just like the final. Everybody got ample critique last week, so treat this as if it is the final. That way, you should have minimal changes for week 8. And technically, this video should be a lot shorter than last week's. I hope that makes sense. Oh, sorry about that. So anyways, so yes, that's the idea, is that the last critique should be the shortest, right? Because you've done all the heavy lifting already and should be addressing the finer elements this week. Okay, so there you have it, guys. If anybody has any questions at all, you know, I'll be here, and message board, etc. So I'll see you guys in discussion board. All right, thanks, guys.